Oh, the Ramones? They weren't a band. They were a detonation. You didn't listen to the Ramones. You got hit by no solos, no filler. Just four guys from Queens with names like Hyman, Cummings, Colvin, and Erdelyi. Names no one would ever remember if they hadn't ditched M for something harder, faster. Ramone. All of them. Inspired by Paul McCartney's fake hotel name, Paul Ramone, they slapped that badge on and became a gang. Not a band.
A gang.
Joey, Johnny, Dee Dee, and Tommy. No one looked like a frontman. No one sounded like they belonged on the radio. And that's why it worked. They weren't here to impress. They were here to rip. 1974, Forest Hills. Suburban boredom. Parental headaches. Dead-end futures. Then came CBGB, the scuzziest toilet in New York City and the birthplace of a sound that would split rock and roll wide open. Punk wasn't just born there, it escaped. The Ramones showed up like a car crash, blaring blitzkrieg bop, with all the subtlety of a brick through a window. Hey.
Ho.
Let's go. That wasn't a chant. It was a war cry. They played faster than anyone else. Louder. Shorter. Every song like a panic attack in 4/4 time. Now I want to sniff some glue. Beat on the brat. Sheena is a punk rocker. Titles that made you grin and flinch at the same time. 3 chords. That's it. You could play it. And that was the point. You didn't need to be a guitar god or a vocal angel. You just needed guts. You needed attitude. And the Ramones had it bleeding out of their sleeves. They weren't punks because they dressed the part. They were punks because they didn't care about the part. Ripped jeans, leather jackets, bowl cuts like a punchline. And they meant every second of it. And yeah, I Wanna Be Sedated. That song hit different. Came out in '78. Road to Ruin. Everyone thought it was about drugs, about checking out. But it wasn't. It was Joey's deadpan middle finger to fame, pressure, the endless churn of the road. 24 hours to go. It wasn't a cry for help, it was a joke in a straitjacket. But don't get it twisted, they didn't want to be sedated. They wanted to be heard. They wanted to burn out rooms with sweat and distortion. And they did. Night after night. Decibel after decibel. They didn't chart. They didn't care. They weren't built for Billboard. They were built for basements, dive bars, blown-out speakers, and the kind of kids who never fit in. Misfits, rebels, outcasts, the weirdos in the back of the class drawing skulls on their folders. Without the Ramones, there's no Clash, no Nirvana, no Green Day, no punk worth its safety pins. Their legacy? Not in platinum records. In hearts they set on fire. In bands they inspired. In the thousands of kids who saw him play and thought, hell, I can do that too. That was the revolution. So when you hear someone sneer about punk being dead, remind them, the Ramones didn't die. They just changed form. They're still out there, in the hiss of a cheap amp, in a scratched-up copy of Rocket to Russia, in a torn jacket hanging in some 17-year-old's closet. 1-2-3-4. That's the sound of punk kicking back in.